Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. This is PETY'S PATH, and on this channel I talk about faith, health and lifestyle. And in this video I'll be sharing with you how to become a research nurse in the NHS. If it's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. So guys, research is an area where so many nurses don't know about. I work in the NHS, okay, as a Band 6 corporate research nurse. Yes, I've said that a lot of times on the channel already, and I'll be sharing how to become a research nurse in the NHS. If it's something you're interested in, please stay with me. Okay, so a lot of people are quite, will I say, unaware. They don't know that you could become a research nurse even with a clinical background. Okay, so I have, from my own experience and from mentoring and coaching others, learned that you can actually do this even if you might not have any experience in clinical research. You can actually do this. Okay, so the first thing is to have the interest, the first thing is to have passion for it, and be sure that's something you really want to do. You might not be 100% sure, but if at least you have the idea, or you feel like you have the tiniest bit of interest for it, okay, then go for it. Okay, so it's open to all nurses. Okay, any nurse can be a research nurse as long as you have a clinical background as well, preferably in the area in which you want to do research in, but it's not always a requirement. Okay, it's not always a requirement. So how can you do this? You are here and now probably a Band 5 nurse working in, say, ED or rheumatology, oncology. How can you then transition from this to becoming a research nurse is something I'll be sharing with you in this video. Okay, so yeah, stay with me guys. The second step is to go on your organization's website as a start. Okay, if you can go on your organization's website and check the job applications that are there, job applications or jobs available, beg your pardon, the jobs available. Okay, so some hospitals, some trusts, they have a system where they advertise internal jobs. So that's where you're going to find the jobs that have been advertised internally, that's within the trust only. So some employers will start within the trust and then extend it to others, okay, to external applicants. Some will just advertise to both internal and external at the same time. So your first job is to check if this job you're applying for, if the research opportunities are available within your trust, if you want to stay in your hospital. Okay, but if you want to probably explore around the country or even abroad, you're free to do so as well. But I would start where I work if I don't want to relocate, if I don't have any plans to move from my current employer. Okay, so you start there and apply to the ones that you have, okay, advertised internally. If you've got jobs advertised externally as well, you can still apply. And if you don't have any advertised, for example, you check and you don't have any advertised in your hospital, then you can start looking out if it's something you really want to do. Okay, I have shared a vlog on the channel about a day in the life of a research nurse, a Band 6 research nurse in the NHS. If you would like to watch the vlog to see what the job entails, I'll put a link down in the description box below. Do want to watch that video and you would actually get a feel of what it means to be a research nurse in the NHS from my point of view, okay, from my experience. Some jobs are advertised as Band 5 research nurse jobs. Some are advertised as Band 6 research nurse jobs. So find out exactly, what you want. And if you want to move up the ladder, if you want to move from Band 5 to Band 6, then you might need to stick with the Band 6 opportunities. But if you don't mind starting at the Band 5, beg your pardon, and moving to a Band 6, that's fine as well. Some Band 5 posts in terms of research nurse jobs are advertised as progression job. A progression job is a job where you will start at a particular band, a lower band, and then you are upgraded with time. When you meet the necessary experience and qualifications, then you can be upgraded. Okay, usually it's about 6 months that they put on there. Sometimes it might take longer if you don't attain what they need you to attain before you can be upskilled to that post, to that Band 6 post. It might take longer than 6 months, or you can take less if you're smart and get everything in place in time as well. And then you can easily progress to that Band 6, even though we're employed as the Band 5. Okay, so that's how a progression job role works in the NHS. Okay, so whatever it is that you want to do, either stand as a band 5 or you want to, take yourself up to a band 6, or you want to apply for a higher post. So even a band 7 post, if you're watching me right now and you're a band 6 research nurse, I want to apply for a band 7 post as well. You can apply for band 8, or be more explorative and become a director of research. Yes, you can become a director if you want to, and if you meet the criteria, definitely you can do it. Okay, so once you have found the job you're interested in, you click on the job, okay, and you read the job description. I think that's the first step. Most people apply for jobs without reading the job description. I don't know how you do it, but that's so wrong. And you will get, and unfortunately, if you don't read the job description properly and be sure that you actually meet at least 80% of the criteria. I believe you don't need to meet every criteria on the job description to apply for it. I believe that you should go for a job that challenges you, a job that you don't have everything on that job description, but you can actually learn on the job and tell yourself that, I didn't have all of this criteria. I got the job and I obtained whatever was on there, and I became perfect fit on the job. I learned on the job, and then I grew into the job, if you know what that means. I love that, okay? I don't want to be overqualified for a job and then go into it and feel like I'm downgrading myself or downscaling, if there's anything like that. So yes, if you don't meet all the criteria to the T, don't be discouraged, still apply, as long as you meet at least 80% of the criteria on the job description, okay? Some will be essential criteria, some will be desirable criteria. Make sure you meet at least most of the essential ones, and if possible, some desirable ones as well, to put you a step ahead of other applicants, okay? So that's the first step. Get to the job application, read and be sure that you meet the criteria at least to a certain degree, at least 80%, and then you can think of applying for the job, okay? Generally in research, they will take a research nurse that has background in the clinical side of the job. So if you're applying for, let's say what I do right now, an eye research nurse, ophthalmology research nurse, you would be required to have some background knowledge in ophthalmology. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. I didn't have any background in ophthalmology, but I was still selected, okay? I had research background, but not in this specialty. And my research background was academic research, okay? And I had a master's degree at the time as well, so I think it put me forward as well, because master's degree was a desirable criteria as well for most managerial posts, especially for band 7. I think it's essential even for band 7, but band 6 is desirable, so it actually put me a step ahead, I believe, as well. But I had academic research background. So if you do not have clinical research background, my top tip is that if you have academic research background, please include it in your application. It puts you a step ahead as well, okay? I say it all the time on the channel. There's so many skills and qualifications we have that are transferable to the jobs we're applying for, but sometimes we leave them behind because you're thinking they are not related. If you're in doubt, pop it in there. If you're in doubt, just put it in. It's not gonna take anything away from you, okay? Most of these skills and qualifications are transferable, and slot it in if you're in any doubt, okay? So that's my top tip. Ensure that you are applying if you meet at least 80% of the criteria, okay? And if you have a background in the clinical side of the specialty you're applying for, that's even better. If you work in rheumatology and there's a rheumatology research nurse post available, apply. If you work in oncology, in cancer, and there's an oncology research nurse post advertised, apply. But if you don't work in any of these areas, you're just a general nurse out there and you want to still get into research, still apply, okay? Don't be discouraged. I know that it will sometimes take someone from the clinical side of things to now move them to the research side of things. They'll prefer that generally. A hiring manager will prefer to take someone who knows something about the department in terms of the clinical aspects of it, over someone who's coming from a different specialty, but still apply. If in case you have any background knowledge, if you've ever taken care of somebody with cancer, in case you're applying for oncology research, put that in your application, that you have experience looking after cancer patients, and so you feel like you're best fit for this oncology research nurse post. So ensure that you just kind of like make your skills look transferable I think they are. In fact, they are transferable. So just try to relate that in your application as well. Okay. So I've done a video on how to apply for a job in the NHS, band 6 job. So I'm going to link it down below. I'm going to leave it in the comment section, and then you can watch. I'll leave it in the description box, I beg your pardon. And then you can watch that detail on how you're going to proceed from here to applying for this band 6 job. It's gonna be similar from here. Okay, so all I've given you is just like the criteria you should have, the boxes you should tick before you think of applying, and then I've done another video where you can actually see exactly step by step on how to apply for a band 6 job in the NHS. It's gonna be similar to how you're going to apply for a band 6 research nurse in the NHS. Okay, the difference should just be the research side of things and trying to include that aspect in your application form. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope I've not confused you. But yeah, so once you are sure that you've met that criteria, those criteria, and you want to apply, you then click on the apply button and you put your information together. It's different for each trust. The application system is different, but the general things will be to put in your personal details, fill in your employment history, your educational qualifications, and then some people would have a space for supporting information. If you've got a space to upload a document and you don't have a space to handwrite it or to type it in there, you can write your supporting information in a separate Microsoft Word document or PDF and then upload it on the system, depending on what you have available. Okay, I'm just saying based off on what I have in my trust. If you're doing NHS jobs, it's similar as well. You would have a space for supporting information. Again, I've done a video on how to build your supporting information. If you want me to do something more in depth, I can do that again on how to actually have a top-notch supporting information and ace your application, okay, and get that interview in. Let me know and I'll do a detailed video specific on supporting information on the NHS jobs website. Okay, if it's something you're interested in, please let me know down below in the comment section and I'll make a video for you on that. Okay, and norms, hopefully you're called up for an interview, you get an interview invite, and then you put together the requirements of the interview. Again, I've done a video on how to prepare for your band 6 NHS interview. I'll link it down in the description box and you can watch it and see exactly how you're going to do to ace that band 6 research job. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's how you apply for a band 6 NHS research job. And those are my top tips for you. I've given further tips in the other videos. I wouldn't like to repeat myself again in this video, but like I've always said, make sure you prepare accurately, make sure that you do your research, make sure you meet the team if you can before the interview day, make sure you work on your presentation if there's any, ensure that you get someone to review it for you, you present, you do a mock presentation in front of someone. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be your mentor, like anyone, so they can give you feedback. Okay, because when you're presenting, you might not really know your attitude, you might not know the way you're pacing yourself, and someone will be valuable to have someone review and just give you like some feedback. Okay, yeah, and hopefully you get to apply, and hopefully you get an invite, and hopefully you get the job, and hopefully become a successful research nurse. Okay, do not be afraid, apply for that job. If you're interested, apply. If you're not too sure, apply. It does take a while to settle into the job as a research nurse. When I first joined, I was told it's going to take me about a year or maybe 2 to really know if I like it or not. It's not for everyone. So if you feel like it's not for you, but you're not sure, apply, get into it, and you can always move if you feel like it's definitely not for you. But most people enjoy it, most people stay. Yeah, I hope you do too. And thanks, guys. Just like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what do you think about this video and any other tips I might have missed as well. Let me know as well other videos you'd like me to do, or if there's anything I've mentioned in this video that you would like me to go more in depth into it. Let me know as well, and I'll be happy to help. This year we're growing, developing, becoming better. We're acing, we're making more money. Yes, name it. Yes, guys, I'm gonna see you in the next one, and thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye, guys.